Hey guys, Jengar here. I was lucky. I saw the download on the dev server and I thought, well, is the dev server up? And yes, it was 1.97 Viking Fury. So that's the dev server. It's open and I'm on it. So let's take a quick sneak peek at all the new planes. Now, it is mostly jets. I only found one plane that is at the moment new, which is not a jet, and that's a German bomber. But let's go through them fairly quickly. We have the Phantom E, the F4E for the Americans, which is a new 10.3 airplane. Uh, Looks like a very good climb rate, decent turn time, good speed. I'll have to take it out in a test flight later, but this plane looks pretty good. It is quite similar to the other models in game. Of course, we have the flare modifications now in game, which is will also be interesting. I'm not sure actually if this was already in the last patch, but flare modifications are in now. Of course, I've been out for a while, so I'm not sure if they already introduced that or whether that's new. But it is good to see that it will make the jet gameplay even more interesting. But yeah, so the E for the Phantoms is in. That is nice. We also have a fan favorite, I think. The A4B Skyhawk. In every Vietnam movie, you get these planes, in action, and people love this thing. It's not fast, it is not spectacular, but it's a workhorse from the aircraft carriers. It has a huge amount of bomb loads, which is quite interesting. If you see all the options here, you can even put some extra cannons on it for ground strafing. You have bombs, you have rockets, you have quite a lot of stuff you can select from. You have the air targets, but it's a small plane. It's a utility plane, and for your ground attacking, it will be quite good. I think from what I'm seeing here on the Rex model looks very good. Quite like it. It will be very interesting to land this thing on an aircraft carrier. Should be fun. So let's go to Germany, which has the Ju-188A2 as their new plane. That looks like a new nice bomber at 5.3 battle rating. It has some good turrets with the MG151 cannons. It has two turrets with those. It has a 13mm MG151 turret and a smaller turret with two 7.9mm machine guns. All in all, you have the big 1800 kilo bomb and three 350 bombs as the biggest bomb load in the end here. Although you can also choose for a 1800 and 1000 bomb load. That is also very interesting. Only two then, but you can go for some more soft targets with the 250s, or for two bigger targets with these two. Yeah, so good versatility in the bomb loads, and I think it's probably a fast plane as well. So should be interesting. But this is the only prop plane in this patch. Of course, they're focusing still on the jet fighters and the jet gameplay. I personally enjoy the jet gameplay, but I am more of a World War II fighter in the end. I love the props and I enjoy the jets, but it's very clear where my love is. So I'm not quite happy with it. The USSR has nothing new. We come to Britain with this magnificent thing. Of course, this is a very iconic British fighter, the Lightning F6. Electric, baby. We love this thing. Everybody wants this thing in game for a long time already. It is finally here. And I think we're gonna have a good amount of fun with it. Looks like the stat card is very similar to the Phantom, but we all know what stat cards are worth, so that's gonna be extensive testing that's gonna see how this plane performs in game. I'm still gonna fly it out a little bit. Maybe if I do have the time to make a little bit of a specialized focus on this plane, but it's already getting late here. I don't know if I have the time. But this plane doesn't have many options. For the rest, it's just the two different kinds of air-to-air missiles, and for the rest, it's just your regular fighter. And it looks like a beast, though. I mean, it's gonna be fun to fly in this plane. Although, for myself, I'm still building up, getting back into the game, so I'm quite rusty when it comes to the jet game. I haven't flown a single jet yet, so to get some decent gameplay, I will have to put some hours in flying the jets again. But this thing is definitely a plane that I want to, put some time in and get a nice video out on it. Anyway, this thing is in and it's looking hot. It's looking good. Let's continue. Japan is also looking at an F4E, but then an F4EJ. I can't really discover much differences. It also has quite a few options here with the gun pods and bombs. A lot of bombs you can put on her. You have rockets. You have air-to-air missiles. You have combinations of two. You also have the flares on this thing. So quite extensive modification loadout here, and you can make this thing fit what you want to do on the day that you're flying it, and I think that's nice. I think that's good. That gives a plane a lot of versatility, and just like the American version, this is going to be a staple in the Japanese Air Force. And I think Japan, after it only had the T2 from a long time ago, the Mitsubishi, it is now having its second rank 6 plane, and that is well deserved. The Japanese needed something. It is good that they got this as well. Let's move on to China. China has an F100 to complement the American line here. I'm way off, so it's gonna be a century before I get to this plane. I do have my American review up from a while ago, but yeah. So you have the Russian line here and the American line, and this is gonna complement the American line here. 9.7. Found it a very nice plane when I first flew it. And I don't fly a lot of jets, as you know, just for the reviews and sometimes when I feel like it. But when I fly for my own fun, it's usually in a prop. But it's nice that China gets this plane. Let's move on to the next one. Italy gets nothing dispatch. France also gets nothing dispatch. And then I personally think right here in the Swedish tree we have something looking quite magnificent. The J35D looks like a very, very nice plane, I have to say. And it also has some options here, not too many. You can, you have some ground pounding, you have some rockets here, you have the air-to-air, and but it's looking like a beast. I like the look of this plane a lot. I think I'm looking most forward to this plane together with the British Lightning, of course. This one is, well, it's quite clear. We've all been waiting for that one. But this plane also looks quite nice. Although, looking at the stat card here, I mean, it's going to be fantastic in the vertical. It's going to be a nice turner as well. But the speed is going to be, I don't know, we're going to have to see. But it looks like this is going to be a little bit of a slow plane. That's going to be maneuvering a lot. If the stat cards mean anything, of course. It does have the 30mm standard with the rockets. Not a large bomb load with 90 rounds per gun, but oh well. It's gonna be heavy hitting 30mm. That is always good, but I love the looks of this. I think I'm gonna fly this out after the Lightning probably. Although again, I'm gonna have to request it from Gaijin, and I don't know if I've made enough videos yet that they're gonna give it to me from the offset. Or maybe for a week, and that's not enough time for me. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. For in patches, they usually want to help content creators out a little bit. So I hope I can get this little thing, and we're gonna see what we can do. So yeah, a lot of planes that were expected. We have the flares coming into the game through the Phantom E's, and we have this thing which I quite like. We have the Lightning, which really stands out, and we have this J35D that really stands out for me as well personally. Although again, saying that I'm not a jet fan too much, I'm more of a prop fighter pilot, but if I have to fly the jets, then these kind of interesting planes make me enthusiastic about the new patch. Mostly a jet patch then for the Air Forces, but we have a wide range on a lot of nations. Some nations are left out for this patch, but all in all, it's looking very nice. So that's it for now, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little sneak peek, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button, become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.